morning. How is everyone doing this morning? We're going to do that individually, actually. So thank you for coming to the Computer and Computational Sciences Research Day. We have a packed schedule, as you can tell by just my body language. So we are here to talk a little bit more about the research that we do, all the partners on campus and off that we work with, so that new students and partners and everyone who's attending can get a great understanding of all the amazing work that we do here. And to get us started, we have our chair of the department right here, Ming Lin.
Thank you, Tom. Well, thanks everyone for coming here, and also to all the incoming grad students, welcome. I hope you all have settled down and that you find a nice place to stay for the year. So this is actually the first time that we are hosting this event. And the idea here is to kind of give you an overview regarding the kind of research that we do and what are some of the possible projects that you can join. So I'm going to give you a really quick overview of the department. First of all, this event, by the way, is sponsored by the Computer Science Department and also UMEX. Ramani will say a few words about UMEX and also AMSC. That's our Applied Mathematics Science Center. So the department consists of 55 tenure-track faculty. Many of our faculties are internationally renowned. They are also the leaders in various fields, as recognized by different distinction like ACM Fellow, IEEE Fellow, and so on. The research area that our faculty cover is very diverse. Includes algorithm and theory of computing, AI, bioinformatics, computer system, networking, cybersecurity, software system, programming language, human-computer interactions, visual geometric computing, robotics, AR, VR, and so on. These are just a few. And we also are very strong in scientific computing and high-performance computing. We currently have, in addition to the 55 tenure-track faculty, we also have 14 instructional faculty. Their focus are solely on instruction, and 8 of them have PhD in computer science. We currently have about at least 350 graduate students. Most of them are PhD. And we are also starting a professional master degree in machine learning and data sciences this fall. So we expect to add additional, additional professional students to our graduate student body as well, starting this fall. Currently, we have over 3,500 undergraduate major. This is probably one of the largest computer science major in the country among the top 20 programs, as far as I know. We just moving to this beautiful, brand new building in the spring, and that's April 2019. And this auditorium is part of the ERIP Center, and hopefully you enjoy the facility today. As I mentioned earlier, we are probably one of the largest, if not the largest, computer science program in the country, and also definitely the best among the top 20 and the best and the largest among the top 20 CS program in the country. We are also the most popular major at the University of Maryland. In addition to just the degree program, we also have specializations in cybersecurity, in data sciences, and machine learning. The specialization in machine learning was just approved, so we are starting the specialization in machine learning this year. We also have honor program, research opportunity, and student-led clubs. Most of the student-led clubs are actually run by undergraduate, but the graduate students are really welcome to participate. And also many of our undergraduate work on the research program, so many of you will probably come into interaction with them as well. We also have the Maryland Center for Women in Computing, which offer a wide range of outreach program, including summer camp, K-12, community engagement, and tutoring, and all kind of program that you can imagine. We also started a new initiative, Inclusion and Diversity Initiative, which basically sits above the Center for Women in Computing And the idea here is to actually reach out to all minority groups, disregard their gender, but also looking at across races, different lifestyle, religion, and so on. We have been very, very aggressive in hiring, and some of the area that we have focused on are listed up there. And these are just some of the new faces. The current status is that we are continuing to recruit, and just this past year, we also have one of the largest pool of graduate applicants. So you are one of the few that were admitted among over 2,400 applicants who have applied to our graduate program. This year, we have 5 new faculty joining us. They are listed there with their respective area. And I also want to mention that our faculty are not just numerous, but also some of the best. This is just a short list of awards that they have won this past year. We are also introducing new courses because of all these new faculty we have been hiring. I do want to point it out, we also have something pretty special. We have probably the only, and actually to my belief, it's the only program that is a joint education research program between a university in the United States and MPI in Germany. Among the research program, we are typically among all the top university in North America, we are among one of the best computer science program in the country. I would suggest that we are the best in the region, the Mid-Atlantic region. Overall ranking, these are just sort of kind of the most recent numbers. And I want to highlight the fact that we are definitely ranked among the top 10 in the AI and interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary area. But if you look at some of our area that we combine together, we rank even higher. I just listed a few combinations to show you where we are. So hopefully that kind of give you excited about being part of our research infrastructure and the enterprise here. I'm going to take this chance to thank our corporate partners who have made some of these extra program and special initiative possible. And I'm going to end right here and pass on to Ramani.
Thank you, Ming. I'm Ramani Doraiswamy. I'm the Associate Chair for Graduate Education. So just to sort of quickly, this event used to be an event sort of introducing you to the coursework, introducing to various things, and there'll be of life as a graduate student. But one of the sort of important things we learned was we didn't emphasize doing research enough. And the reason we sort of switched gears and made this event is we wanted you to introduce you from the get-go. There's some OK button, I guess you have to hit. Introduce you to all the wonderful research going on campus and get you started from research on day one. And one very confusing thing about doing research here is that research is done not only in the Department of Computer Science, but it's done in many places. And so overall, there will be a few slides which come from the old version of the introduction. So the important thing is we have a whole bunch of requirements, which is on our website. You should read it. And Tom Hurst here is a very, very able person whom you've received many emails from already. And he'll keep you on the path to finishing your degree and meeting all the deadlines, etc. But the very important thing which he cannot help you and you are responsible for is finding your research advisor. Some of you have already come in with some sort of a matching done with a research advisor, but for many of you that's not the case. And this is essentially a search problem, and you have to make a match. You have to find someone with whom you're willing to work and whose work you're interested in and who is interested in you. And this is essentially, you have to know what all research there is out there. And this is the purpose of today. And if you look up our our handbooks, there's lots of information about courses. We know courses are a well-defined problem, and we can quickly cook up lots of rules about them. But for PhD students and for most of our research master students, doing research is more important than courses. And this is why, again, we have today. And research in CS on campus is not only done in computer science. Of course, computer science is the fundamental place where much of the research in computer science is done. But there are institutes like UMIAX, and the UMIAX director would have been here introducing his unit, but he's not. He's a little bit, he'll be there later in the day introducing his own lab. He works in computational biology. But UMIAX is this institute where there are 85 faculty, including about 50 computer science faculty, and 35 faculty from other departments. And these folks combine sort of to start big projects which involve computer science, but also other domains. There are many other departments where UMIAX faculty are appointed from. These include electrical and computer engineering, other engineering departments, the College of Information Science, linguistics, applied math, geography, etc. And there is also a joint quantum institute about which you might hear later today. And there are many, many units represented today. It's a literal alphabet soup of units. And you, essentially the message here is if you don't find an advisor who matches in one of these units, you can always look in another. And so the goal is to introduce you to all these many units which are doing research here. So there are many ways for you to do research. One way to get started is work informally with an advisor on a project. For example, you meet someone today. You can do this for course credit, or you might be doing a graduate course which requires a project, and you can approach another professor to help you with that project. You might work as a research assistant on a funded project. You might work with your PhD thesis, on your PhD thesis with advisors. These are all not mutually exclusive. You sort of will work on these together. And we usually are able to find funding for all our students, either as TAs or RAs. And there's lots of external opportunities. Tom will be mailing you periodically about various fellowships. Please do sort of look out for them and apply for them. Sign up for the mailing list. Make sure that you receive all the information if you're not already on this. There are lots of talks in department. Another way to learn about research. Do attend those talks. And overall, graduate school is fun, but it's also stressful. So make sure that you keep yourself on an even keel mentally and physically. And you can sort of see these slides later on. And be happy and be productive and do great research. And Ming showed us all these rankings. Make us reach even further up by doing great work. Thank you.